Hey guys, Raya here. One of my big goals for 2024 is to work on my emergency preparedness as a whole, meaning supplies, skills, and strength. The first step I've decided to take is to prepare an emergency bag. Watch as I give it a try. I did a ton of research and put together a full list of all the supplies I wanted and then checked all over Amazon to order everything with the best reviews. I do want to say that I know it's a privilege to be able to make this kind of financial investment all at one time, but we did save up over the course of last year with this goal in mind. There was a ton of stuff, so I broke it down into categories. So the first section was medical. This compact first aid kit was designed to strap on to the outside of a large bag for easy access. It came with a lot of basic supplies. I added a NARCAT tourniquet for reliability in emergencies. I also got individually wrapped packs of painkillers to supplement the kit. I plan to make 2 fully stocked bags eventually, so I'll be splitting these boxes in half. I also got potassium iodide for radiation poisoning. I feel like it's an important thing to have on hand for possible future emergencies. The final addition to medical supplies were 2 suture kits with tools and a practice pad. These are technically practice sutures, but you never know what you'll need in an emergency. The next section was tools. I got this collapsible shovel pick combo. I know it won't stand up to long-term intense use, but it'll do in a pinch, and it's nice that it gets so small. I grabbed a tough, handheld hatchet for camp work. I liked that it was high quality and had a full tang. The leather sheath was also nice quality. I only wish it had come with a hanging attachment. This Bowie knife was the next tool. It came with a sharpener and fire starter. It looks pretty intense, honestly. I bought a high-end sharpener set since tool maintenance is critical in long-term emergencies. It's nice and compact and does an excellent job. I got a standard multi-tool. These are always great to have on hand. I got this basic sewing kit. It came with more than I needed, but it had everything I wanted. I plan to get additional tools, such as a gun and a compact bow, but those require a bit more planning and research before purchasing. The third category was communications and navigation. I bought these 2-way radios. They had good reviews and could use either rechargeable batteries or AA. They came with these old school headsets, but they seemed uncomfortable and too small for my husband, so I got some better ones that are more comfortable and discreet. I got this crank radio to stay informed. It can be charged by hand crank, but also by plugging in and solar. I grabbed some extra AA and AAA batteries to have on hand. I got the best portable solar charger I could find at a reasonable price. It won't run a campsite or anything, but it will recharge the small devices and batteries I have on hand. I grabbed this small covered mirror for signaling. I got this mirrored magnifying glass for signaling and fire starting. I added in a map of US highways. I think it's important to be able to navigate such a large area. To add to that, I got a Kamenga compass. It's one of the top brands and is super reliable. It's used by the US military, and a great compass is pivotal to successful navigation. Finally, I got this rechargeable flashlight that had different brightness settings. Next was camp setup supplies. I made sure to grab some tough work gloves that fit both myself and my husband. I got this camo tarp and a camo net. The tarp is good for hiding your sleeping area, and the net is good for semi-realistic cover. I grabbed 100 feet of nylon rope. It's more weatherproof and stronger than other ropes, and can be melted if cut to smaller lengths. I got a multi-pack of zip ties, smaller ones to help make camp and secure items, and larger ones for bigger loads or for people when needed. I grabbed 2 rolls of tape, reflective for getting attention, and black for avoiding attention or just securing things. These Mylar blankets are good for short-term use to keep warm in bad weather. These earplugs are good in emergencies with lots of people in confined space, but also if there's a concern for keeping ears and nose plugged while sleeping to keep out critters. And finally, these individual wipes are good for public restrooms or lack of showers in a group emergency setting. The final category was food, water, and fire. I got a large pack of hand warmers for on-the-go heating. Then I grabbed a few methods for making fire. These fire starters for quick starts. I'll split this box between 2 packs. These 2 lighters, one's rechargeable and one requires fuel. I wanted to have both methods to avoid dependency on either. These waterproof matches and a waterproof case to hold them for starting fires in bad weather. And then a flint and steel for fire striking in the long term. I grabbed a few methods of getting water as well. First are these water filter straws. They allow for quickly drinking water from sources on the go. Then I got a hand pump water filter to use in more long-term camping scenarios. I got water purification tablets to clean out bacteria. Then finally, I purchased spiles to get water from trees if needed. I got a few options for food as well. These dense calorie bars came in a couple different flavors. Each package had 6 or 9 400-calorie blocks and was good for 5 to 6 years. Then I got these nutrition tabs to provide essential nutrients. Between the 4 packages we got of everything, it should be between 2 to 4 weeks of nutrition for me and my husband, depending on rationing and physical activity levels. I got this camp stove that allows for different fuel sources. It's nice and collapsible and stainless steel. I also got this 2-cup cook set that has the cups nestled inside, which is nice. I got this guide to foraging with pictures of harvestable items and details for where to find them across the US. And finally, I got this fishing kit. It came with 2 reels and rods, extra lines, lures, and hooks. I don't love fish, but you can't be picky in an emergency scenario. To organize everything, I started with this tactical belt for easy tool access. Most of my tools fit the accessories already, but I'm still missing the gun and extra magazines I eventually want to add. I got this duffel bag to put extra clothes in. It was nice that it came with an interior pouch to keep dirty clothes separate. Then I got this backpack with lots of straps and a few sections. I liked that it had a large section that opened fully flat. I filled that with the paper items to keep dry, but also the long-term camp setup items and bulkier things. Then in the middle section, I combined the 2 suture kits into the large container and moved the sewing kit to the smaller container. In one of the outer pockets, I put some things for quicker access, and in the top outer pocket, I put smaller things, most of which I put in the repurposed sewing container. I attached the shovel, fishing kit, and first aid kit on the outside. When I get a small bow, it will get strapped to the outside of the bag as well. The pack is definitely large, but it has everything for emergency use for 2 adults for at least a month. The hope is to have all of this on hand and never need to use it, but I really wanted to have the peace of mind of having all of this. I plan to practice using all of these things during the summer so that I can get more familiar with all of these items before an emergency comes up. Let me know if you're curious about anything that I got, or if you have something on your list that you recommend I try. Thanks for watching.